Alright, so have here like a basic rhythm track thing in LMMS, and I'm going to show you how to get instruments. They're all going to go to percussion channel input, all in effects 1. So I've already labeled them. And what is going to happen is these are going to be parallel applied effects in LMMS. Now to do that, so we take their input and we use sends, so we send it to these channels here. So set, make sure everything is set to each channel you want in parallel and not the master, and each of those channels goes to the output. So there's the input, it goes to the parallel channels, and each channel goes to the output for a final mix that goes to the master. Okay. There's reasons you may want to do this for certain types of mixing. So that's what I'm showing you right now. And you want to adjust your input levels lower than 100% because they're all going to add up eventually. Although you can fine tune it with the level sliders. Yeah, you can do it that way. But I suggest adjusting your inputs down a little bit lower. Right now there's no effects applied, but we're going to start doing that. So we add an effect, and let's see, what do we find here? Let's just go with the phaser. Why not? Maybe? No? Maybe not a phaser. I'm going with an inverter. What an inverter will do is subtract it from the channels. So what do we want to subtract? Because the phase is inverted with an inverter. When you put it in parallel with the other things, it will subtract it. So right now I'm messing around with low pass, and then I realized it's the high pass I want to delete because this is like a bass track. But right now it's just set to low pass. You can see the more you turn up the inverted track, the more it cancels it out. And the filter and the inversion applies. So it's actually acting like a high pass right now, kind of, but boosting their frequencies, but I don't know. And you can set wet and dry and adjust it that way too for more fine tuning. I'm just messing around. So enough of that. And I realized that I need to do a high pass filter to get it at a stronger low pass rate, so that's what I do. Because it's inverted. And the additive effect of inversion is subtracting because it's 100 out of phase. 180 out of phase. But yeah, you can make the beat a little bit stronger. These add up. So I'm just messing with that. So that's one effect. And what other effect do I want to add in parallel? I'm trying to guess. Maybe a reverb? So that's what I do, I add a reverb. It's applied in parallel. So instead of normally like where all of your effects are applied as part of a static in sequence, these effects with the sends are being applied in parallel. So you get a different additive effect. And instead of one going through the other, it's like they're side to side and then combined additively. So it's a different effect. See, I'm messing with the reverb. Okay. You can adjust the level of each of those effects. I'm going to mess around and add one more thing. So we have 1, 2, 3. And what do I pick here? Another low pass filter, but it's a different style one. Bring that bass up more. decided to adjust it down. I'm messing with it. There you go. Yeah, and you can apply it, delays to filters if you have to enable that in the general settings or the edit menu. But right now, I'm just messing with the filter setting. But the effects, chain, decay, and gate, you need to enable through the preferences or something. There's a setting that affects it. Messing with the levels, just try to get it sound unique. When I was doing this, I had my laptop speakers instead of headphones, so it's kind of a little off, maybe. Laptop speakers, kind of, yeah, but anyhow. Then on the output, I decided to put an overall EQ adjuster. So there it is, and I play around. Just, I don't use all the channels, but they're there if you want them. Mouse wheel and dragging the little dots works instead of, you can adjust the sliders below it, but actually just drag on the graph, it's easier with this one. So yeah, works well enough. Just adjusting it. Yeah, no, this is on laptop speakers, so I can't say it's the exact best mix. So. That's mostly it. So yeah, perk in, and then it goes to each of those channels. All those go to the input. So every instrument you want goes to the input FX channel. So yeah, they're all going to channel 1, which is the input labeled. Yeah, let's see, that's going FX1. That one goes to FX1. And from that one, you send it to each of the FX channels you want in parallel. Each of the parallel channels you send to a final output for mixing generally. And that goes to the master channel. There you go. Nothing too fancy, but that's how you do parallel in LMMS. You send channels. Now you know. Alright. Have fun.